Oh, I don't know. No one ever lets me know when we're fucking queuing. No one ever lets me know when we're going live. Only live, even. They just pre-record the bloody help. Right? What's that? Try looking at the camera. Why? Because it's a... All right, okay. Fucking take the piss out of me, you really do. You got your hand up my arse again, if you only want to think my mouth moves like a fucking puppet. Anyway, welcome back to this part of the show where we, me, Dickie Dickinson, value some of you, the viewers, lovely artefacts from home, and we've got the stories behind them as well, because luckily me, the Duke, basically know a lot of shit about history and of course antiques. I know how to make a quick bobble to and rip someone off, I'll tell you that now. I've had a couple of Bobby Dazzle over the years. Anyway, what we got here, first of all, is a selection of burnt dolls. That's burnt dolls. Now, you may have seen like the Fabergé eggs, and they used to fit inside the others, they're worth a lot of money. And then you get the dolls, the Victorian dolls and stuff like that. Well, these ones are worth an absolute fortune. They're called burnt dolls. Now, you wouldn't believe that, would you? Now, let's start with this one here. This is a little honey, and if you look at her, now she's lost 1 foot completely, she's got a little sort of foot left, and both her hands are gone. Now, she's the prime example of a burnt doll. She's not too bad, she's quite valuable. Now, we go to Trixie. Well, then again, it might be Trixie, it might be Bob. No, she's got shoes on. I don't fucking know, to be honest, because she's got no fucking head. It's basically burnt to a crisp, and she's got a hole in her ass there, not the one that the poo comes out of course, and she's lost quite a lot of herself, like, she's basically not herself anymore. So she's worth a few quid. Now, actually, we're going to the valuation of her now. This little doll here, if you're a bit naive, and, let's face it, a bit dim up here, you could be paying up to £1,000 for this doll. So bear that in mind. Okay, if you're not that stupid up here and you're not that dim, it's not worth a wank, we know that. Right, this one here. Now, there's a real story goes with this one. Do you remember the Drayton, I think it was, what was it? The Drayton, the Drayton Chainsaw Massacre. Well, this doll belonged to one of the victims, and it was loved, and she was treasured, and the actual... Actually, it wasn't victims, it was a bloody assailant. Yeah, this belonged to the bloke who done it. That was a chainsaw. He fell in love with her, and she was a great little bird, and just average sort of doll. And what happened is, he started his chainsaw up one day, and a bit of wood come, and it smacked her in the eye. And of course, it made a big hole in her. He loved this doll. So what happened is, in that moment of disarray and shock, what's happened is, he decided to turn around to tell his nan what happened. As he turns round to his nan, he's got the chainsaw running. You can imagine what happened. Blood everywhere, cut her arm off. By this time, he's saying to her, why are you not bothered by what's happened to Dolly? Because she's got no fucking arms. Well, he didn't know that at the time, so she couldn't do nothing. So at the time, her facial expression was a bit shocked. So with that, he's gone to give his nan a bit of a cuddle, and the chainsaw's gone right for her gut. And with that, straight back, this is where the blood comes from, right over Trixie. He's turned back round, seen the state of his Trixie. Never mind Nana on the floor bleeding to death, she's finished. He's seen the state of her. With that, it threw him into a fit of rage. That's when he went on the streets of West Drayton and done that most unthinkable thing of chopping his own legs off and his own arms and then just finished himself off. Basically, he couldn't do that because he had no fucking limbs to do it with, so the police had to do it for him. And this one here was her sister, and basically what happened here is she was with her the day this happened, and sadly, the dog grabbed all of this one. Right? There's no story that goes with this one. It's just that Nana's dog fucking grabbed it, chewed it up, fell on the floor. Nana see it on the floor, dropped a cigar, and it fucking, because Nana used to smoke cigars, on there, and that's it, Cora light. So there you go, she's not doing too badly, like, you know. She's, I was going to say, she'd like to drink, she's legless, but it's a bit of an over-scrape the barrel, that one, isn't it? Right, full enough, same household. Not the killer's household, this is Nana's, well, obviously she's passed away, bless her, you've heard the unlikely story that happened to her. Now, his Nana used to piss in it about 3 times a night, and believe me, that's a mean feat when you got like a big fat ass about 30 stone and you're sitting on that or trying to wedge it under you. It's amazing it's still in this condition. It's got a few cracks and stuff like that, but Jesus, the crack that sat on it now, that was another story. Anyway, if we look underneath, it should give you a name. It's Arthur Wood. Arthur Wood. Now, not half a wood, because that's half a wood in male terms, but what shocks me is, it's Arthur Wood. So does that mean if we look at something that's carved the wood, it'll say Dave China on it, because it's the opposite, isn't it? So it really is, I think, and it's got a little yellow mark here. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a piss stain or something like that. But anyway, it was made by Arthur Wood in England. Who wouldn't? We can put that on the hat there. But anyway, it's good for a piss all day long. And when you're looking in there, see the colour of your piss. If you've got enough, you're just out of the colour of your pisses to make sure you're right. You haven't got anything wrong with your kidneys. You've got these little flowers to look at as you go in there. And obviously, Nana's left a bit of pothole, a little bit of pothole in there. Obviously, she had a bit of a curry the night before on some case, and she's really fired it out, and it's broke the enamel around the flowers, just there. But anyway, value-wise, after what this has been through, I would definitely value this at half a pint of piss. Without a doubt, half a pint of piss. That's me, Dickie Dickinson's valuation on this, and of course, the burnt doll. So, if you people out there, gullible as hell, got loads of money in your pockets, get yourself a burnt doll now. They're worth a fortune. And for all us lucky people, they ain't worth a wank. Once again, that's from me, Dickinson, Dickie Dickinson, isn't it? Yeah, Dickie Dickinson. Cheapest chip, Bobby Dazzler, and all that stuff. See you next time.